A brand new year too. Yes, Sanso will be a kwaba at the Bama TV Sports Channel. So latest, every the senior national team, the Black Stars of Ghana camp, eba at saying, aka exactly 4 days. Na Madagascar, Eddie Sheso, Ewo Antananarivo. Details, any Hughton come or the Alpha NS Niama, her face unta konkoni, and her players via. Yesu san komo so show my legends ba e betimi abo nyina no me de April e wo fidikasi so we are for platform we so subscribe to the channel no notification button man me so far to all like video we na share to other social media platforms so fama me but what dey say obe drop you decent comments drop your predictions e wo Ghana ne Madagascar game no ho after game no so utimi e winner obenya Ghana e Jesus ni mo ba ko aboa amado matimi asan ko so. Ladies and gentlemen, meeting any Solomon, Kwekyo Asante, your all nomenclature with engineers philosophy in sports. A journey of 1,000 miles. Gonna be first step. Bro, Menshasi. Pipa. Yes, you have 4 any day and I'm paso. The senior national team, the Black Stars of Ghana and Koma, in a Egusu Ebopa. Now, latest, Eba, and the senior me atuma ene 4:30. Black Stars, you bet me a training ewo Accra Sports Stadium. Na eye behind closed doors. Na echese ye ma support bia. Akwenya se onkopi mu ewo park ne so enkonkwohwe bi ewo ho nimtie technical team no playing body and happy management committee members na be san hia edi nkomo asan toto noma aboma no matimi asan koso ene no munya training wepe na mu di jama ba ko di ahyehye so kra ansa ne noma etimi asan ato adwebro na sene womu etimi etwini behind closed doors ewipe de wo be yenie wo be tu nyame atoma wo kyena anopa akopemu ewo Madagascar nti o kyena opa numrem ho no na chesomo somo ti atomo ewo Antananarivo chomu san etutom nyame atoma wo kyena Friday and Saturday womu ebetimi atwini ewo start Kianja Mahamasina Barrier Stadium eno ebetimi asambom no metimi ho picture obedi agro so na no nam so ena bibi etimi san tomu dia Sunday 2 p.m. Ghana time, 5 p.m. Madagascar time. Match no everything as so the penultimate match of the AFCON 2023 qualifies and Ghana you need the barrier of Madagascar and so ama no matimi as so na en 7 JB boba efi Black Stars camp ya no ena Andrea pre-match conference etimi sanko so na Chris Hughton edi komobi ama yenso etimi highlighting komoni bia ye chechem edi ama e wo fidikese no so Chris Hughton ohwe debutants e Black Stars squad demand ye wo NS Niama Ahea and afin so her face unta kokoni na asuhawa otimi access players yi etimi twa mo ba Black Stars mu ene se etimi ewe ni options ene ade ni nyina no Chris Hughton ede komo kakra eto dwa efa NS Niama and afin other exciting players will say.
Yes, I mean most of the of any player that's in the squad, most of the assessment is before, you know, and that's why they either come into the squad or that's why they remain in the squad, or you know that's why we're maybe perhaps they haven't had so many starts, they then start again. So most of the assessment is before we get to camp, but. You know, the only opportunity that we get to see these players close, you know, apart from video or watching them from the stands, is in the training sessions. And no, I've always been impressed with the level of commitment and quality that we have in the training. And you know, in most cases, it makes life a little bit more difficult for the coach because as the head coach, I have to pick a team. And that can be part and parcel of it. It can be for what I already know, or it can be from something that I see in the training that makes me think a little bit different.
Okay. Enti Chris Hughton ekasafa NS Niama no Joseph Pencil etimi bemu ede komo kakra ebetudwa na afi Chris Hughton so chechem kwan ofa so nya hafi unta konkoni obe chechem kra se o na no ada training na amobepremu e wa Accra Sports Stadium na no chance no training ni nyina ejina se na wo mo eya hoboabo anti ne players ni bi wo mutimi bo matches na Sunday ntu se hafi unta konkoni unya call up late ntu no so abo match e dey ma be United against the Diana Stars on Sunday nti no wo bepremu e wa Accra Sports Stadium no ankasa e twetwe na pom e san ahweso betimi asamboa ama enoma etimi asan koso nti na ense de ye bibisa wo hodemo na Joseph Clinton so se team no wɔn kom with the winning mentality and betimi asan ball no betimi asan edi nkunim na enye so ono be hye goal anaso be ma assist ho na at the end no Black Stars edi nkunim a eye nyina ye dia yenko hwe mo embraces ya.
So I want to know if you are under any form of pressure if you fail to score or let's say assist in this coming game. Thank you. So one for coach and one for
yeah, with your question, for me, I'm not really under pressure or something. You know, my style of play is to always help the team in terms of giving assists, in terms of fighting, in terms of defending, in terms of taking players on. That's my task. If I score, yeah, we thank God. But the most important thing is the team. That's the most important thing. So it doesn't matter who scores or who makes the assist. The most important thing is working together as a team to produce the results for Ghanaians. Thank you.
Yes, as Hafiz, yeah, as regards Hafiz, it's really only today that we've seen him. Yes, because he played on Sunday. Yesterday he had a recovery day, so he trained today. And probably what I was fortunate to see him live at last weekend, and I have been able to watch him on video, and so it wasn't such a surprise. I thought he did well today. It wasn't a surprise because he's a player that I've enjoyed watching. He's a young player, so I think he has a lot of development still. I think he's quite a mature. Speaking to him, he's quite a mature player for his age. But I have to be honest with you. I don't know him so well. And my responsibility over this period of time is to know the league better. I've been trying to participate in as many games as I can, and I will continue to do that. And as I continue to do that, I will get better knowledge of the league in general, but probably more importantly for us, I will get better knowledge of individual players.
Yeah, and lastly, with Gideon Mensah, who is injured, after watching the local teams in the Premier League, do you think there's any fit or better player in this league who can replace Gideon Mensah in your squad?
No, I mean the only thing I can say, and I can't speak about individual players. I can't. The only individual player I can speak about, of course, is Konkoni because he's with us. But yes, the level here is a good level. But what I have to do, I have to assess as regards, because for me the most important thing is getting results. This is the most important thing. So I continually have to judge the level of the squad, and for my experience and knowledge of the local teams and improving on that, then it will always be that balance. It will always be that balance. Do I think this player, do I think he's better, or is he playing better at a particular time? So I will take this into consideration. And if there's an area where we have a problem, then not only me, I also have two assistants. One in particular, Didi Dramani, who's based here, who knows the league very well. So I will give myself every opportunity to know the best players or best replacements that I can.
We have two final questions and we are out of here. Prince.
It's way and Koma, one more edit to ja. Na almost same busa. Hughton says so. Players be at say Grejohn will be at say Edin Ketia, Callum, Hudson, Odoi, Braden, Thomas, Asante, any other players be a Ghana for now. Case you say Dan come biano, womu 8 million collapse a ebebuano. Saying and almost ehuno, womu gusu monitor maybe so many players. Case Hughton say opeso keep it in a balance, consistency near dear ho. And it's our players no omu gusu monitor mana. Yan sure sama Chris Hughton and the Tuja FM.
Express his desire to play for the Black Stars as well as Grejohn Thomas Asante, who plays for West Brom in the Championship. And also, it's been a while since we heard about talks about getting Edin Ketia and Callum Hudson Odoi. If maybe we are monitoring them, can you briefly tell us any updates on this players?
Yeah, what I can tell you is that Yeah, we are monitoring all of these players, and what I did say about consistency is that no, it's not just about consistency. It's not so important for me to have the same squad every camp. But what I did say was it's important for me to have the balance. What is difficult to do, I can't change 5-6 players every camp, because there are also players that decided when they had other options to play for the Black Stars. So I have to get that right balance. But I can tell you, all the we have a data list of players that are all eligible to play, and we track them the best way that we can.
Okay, Akuzat, final question and then we're out of it.
Coach, for the past few months, we've had some countries defeat Ghana in ways that Ghanaians think that we shouldn't have been defeated by countries they say are not footballing countries. If we get a win in Madagascar, we're qualifying for the AFCON. Can you promise Ghanaians that we'll go to Madagascar, finish it off, and maybe, just maybe, we'll be done with smaller countries defeating us? Okay. Oh. Which smaller countries? Like Comoros.
Maybe Comoros.
Oh, okay. Okay. That was okay. So you're talking about back then?
In the past, yes.
Okay. But that was back then. No, as regards Madagascar and getting a result in Madagascar, I can't promise anything. There isn't one coach that would sit here and promise that they would get a result in the next game. Not one. The only thing I can promise you is that we will have a team that will be determined to do that. We will have a coaching staff and a head coach that is determined to do that. We know the value. We know the value of a win against Madagascar. We know what that means. But we also.
To way any latest if the senior national team, the Black Stars of Ghana camp ever Metro latest Eddie Amao, and behind closed doors training in Basua. The best Hobiano, Yenso, Yen Frank Camemo, but the Bebremo, Namusmo send a normal echo so a one Unmisaha, and your headquarters of YouTube Sports. Solomon Kwekasan said your Tamachi and my hardworking chief editor, which means a girlfriend out to shirt a man in Tino, or no pocket say Egusua, Echa, Ame, no Betmian Sankosuna, Mako comment box Nemo, na Mako ready comments Nekakra, Naya Heseni and Common so Eba. If you want more, send you be as soon as I drink Egusua, Ebebuama Ghana Sports, Etimia Sankonim. Shannon Swam say, Upeso we need just Nidia for correct predictions and a bra. Men for predictions, Kumsi Bia, MBPMO, Ewo comment box, Nemo, Ewo Hodemo. Na Yanko 10 year Gideon Mensan so, na onoso Entmenia Biamba, wait Nidia Ba, Bright Kuma, Ed Nediaba, Obesi Samuel, Nedia Baye. Christian Nuwapo at the Nedia by Ibrahim Prosper, and also the Nedia by Tiwa Supaya, and also Guso Hesegana between Madagascar by 3-1. Watson Prince, or the Nedia by Nanadan so at Nedia by Ibrahim Suleiman, or not the Nedia by Bright Kume Bill, Enoch Asumenin, Pa Kwesi Revelation, or Nedia by Esium Kenskate, or Nedia by Richard Jemfi Ej. Come comments ewa hanmo Owusu Pius Enoch Echampon Kolezi Kwekujon Nedia Waha Monica Kwagwen or Ibrahim Suleiman Abayati Elisha Xavier Lupofe Muni Adiatia Kwesi Apiamo Muni na mudi ba Tinyakupo show bibia na mgusu drop mo comment na mo subscribe to channel na so from my but must see her update ni na ekusu na mkwanso ba bye bye.